welcome to 3 the Smart Way. I'm Melba and today we're talking about voting. Okay, so Kelly talked about the importance of voting. I'm going to talk about where and how to vote, and Jen is going to bring it home with going out to those polls and making sure that your voice counts, okay? So there are 2 ways to vote. One is by absentee ballot. This means that you're not going to be there. You're going to mail in your vote. How you do that is you go to vote.org and you can sign up for an absentee ballot. Your vote has to be in by October 28th. That is the deadline, October 28th, okay? So make sure you have that absentee ballot, that you fill out that form and you send it back in right away, okay? The second way is by in-person voting. You're actually going out to those polls and you're doing your Scantron or you're filling in your information for your vote on that day, or you can actually do early voting. So in our state, I'm in West Virginia, and you can vote early from October 21st to the 31st. So I will put in a list right now, just insert a list of the states that are eligible for early voting and the dates that you can vote. Okay, just take a screenshot of any of the information that you need. So how I found out this information or just verified this information is I called the courthouse. If you call the courthouse, they will tell you all the information that you need to know. They'll tell you when and where you need to be and what times you need to be there, and people are going to be out there at the polls. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to the courthouse, but I believe that there are polling locations that are open for early voting. Just make sure to go to vote.org and look at your city, or look at your state, look at your city, and just verify that information. So what you need to vote is, most people think that we just need an ID and a voter's registration card. That's what I'll have, but a lot of people don't keep that little flimsy piece of paper. You might have lost your ID or your license. If you go to vote.org again and you look at your city, your state and your city, it will tell you what eligible documents that you can bring to verify your identity. Okay, so I was surprised to see on our site that you can bring a gun license, you can bring a fishing license. If somebody knows you at the polls, and they can vouch for that, they've known you longer than 6 months, that's okay too. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So don't feel like you can't go out and vote because you don't have this exact information or this exact piece of paper. If you change your address, call the courthouse and see if that's okay. You still are probably in the same district. Just make sure that you have all of the information that you need prior to, because your voice matters. Okay, so you have early voting, you have absentee ballot voting, and then you have voting in person on November 3rd. The NBA, which has been so gracious, they have been in this whole fight for equality and making a difference. They are actually letting people use their arenas for polling locations. So I will put in a list right now of polling locations or arenas that they're going to use, okay? Okay, make sure you take these screenshots. If not, just rewind, back it up, because it's so important. October 28th is the deadline for absentee. Early voting, usually 21st to the 31st. And on that day, November 3rd, make sure if you cannot go out and vote, or look at your work schedule prior to, make the provisions that you need to make, okay? We have to get out there. So many people have died. They've been burned, lynched, spat on, beat up for us to have the right to vote. So for you just to sit on your couch and not do anything and then probably talk about what should have been done, That's not going to work. You need to go out there and vote. You need to know that your voice makes a difference. You make a difference. Don't worry about the Electoral College. Don't worry about all that you see in the media or the tabloids. You make a difference. That's why a lot of people try to stop people from voting, because it's so important. You know, we live in a democracy. So go out there to the polls. Make sure you have your identification that you need. Make sure that you know where you're voting and what time to vote and what day to vote. And if not, you know, send in your absentee ballot. So we love you guys. We hope that you have a great week. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, bye.